What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Show back with another video, and today we are doing another throwback. Today we're doing a throwback on the famous Yu Yu Hakusho Dark Tournament. Dark Tournament is heavily based on the actual Dark Tournament arc, that took place in the anime. And it's your basic 3D fighting game type thing. Pretty much the games they come out with today, but back then it was actually acceptable and celebrated because it was an achievement. Today they just do it because it's lazy. It was actually published by Atari. Like I said before, it is a 3D fighting, sort of arena type fighting game. And back in the time, it was actually cool to be a 3D arena fighting game. We actually loved that sort of thing. Now it's kind of dry, kind of pointless. So, in case you don't know what the story of Yu Yu Hakusho is, you basically have a punk delinquent guy named Yusuke Urameshi. He's basically a delinquent with a heart of gold because he does end up saving a child's life. There's a kid that's about to be run over by a car, and he ends up saving the kid's life. I'm gonna keep the recap a little short because I do know for a fact that a lot of people have seen the anime, so they probably don't want to hear me talk about what they already know. But he saved the kid's life, then gets told that the kid wouldn't even have died even if he didn't jump in. So obviously he loses his life, and in afterlife becomes a spirit detective. And while working as a spirit detective, he basically has a chance to come back to life by doing cases and basically showing that he is a good, decent human being because he's basically getting judged in the afterlife. But he has a chance to come back, so it's not that bad. Now, one of the specific cases that he had to do, he had to end up going against these demons called the Toguro brothers. He actually defeats them, but he realizes that, that was actually them just basically faking it. And they are intensely way stronger. Now we get into the start of the game. They're intensely way stronger than what he previously thought. Toguro shows up to Yusuke and basically says, hey, if you don't join this dark tournament, I'm going to kill you right here and now. If you don't, come to this dark tournament. So obviously, Yusuke Urameshi, being who Yusuke Urameshi is, he decides that, hey, I'm going to go fight Toguro at the dark tournament. And they train, and the dark tournament arc kind of starts. I'm going to stop it there because I don't really want to spoil it. Now we're going to get back to the actual game. Now the game itself actually did include about 25 characters, and they went pretty much through the whole arc of the Dark Tournament, which is a very, very famous arc in Yu Yu Hakusho. If you haven't watched the show, it is a very impressive arc. Now the Dark Tournament was a little bit more grittier than your normal tournament arcs you might see in animated today, like My Hero, where the tournament arc is basically just them fighting against their friends and fighting against the people that definitely don't want to kill them. In Yu Yu Hakusho, they fought against demons and murderers and people that obviously just wanted to kill them because they were a bunch of humans in a demon dominated tournament. So yeah, the story itself is based off the anime, so if you haven't played or watched the anime or played any of the other games besides this one, you definitely want to give it a try because the plot itself is really great. Yu Yu Hakusho is a legendary anime, so the Dark Tournament arc is a legendary tournament arc, so definitely deserves a play. When I actually watched Yu Yu Hakusho, I didn't actually watch the Dark Tournament saga until afterwards, because back then I really could only relate to VCRs and stuff like that, so I really couldn't have gotten into the actual Dark Tournament arc because I didn't have the tape for it. But now I've went back and watched it all. I loved it all. But most of the time my story was through the game, so I got to basically experience it through the game, experience all the fights through the game. It is such an amazing plot that even though the gameplay falls short, and let's talk about that for a second. Obviously, I'm not here to really try to review a probably 20-year-old game, but gameplay wasn't that great. Now it was fun. It was fun to a certain extent. It was fun because of all the different unique characters and all the different unique characters, moves and attacks and stuff. It felt really interesting to just get a new character and see what they can do. And I actually cared about a lot of the characters on these games. Normally you play a fighting game, you don't necessarily care about the characters. I felt like Yoko Kurama and stuff, you guys know what that means. That was all really, really cool to actually include in the game. The game was buggy. It had its own share of bugs. It wasn't the most polished fighting system ever. Honestly, it's probably, if I would just say, it was probably a little bit better than One Punch Man fighting system, just a little bit better. And that's not really an accomplishment. But like I said, the gameplay itself was solid, fun enough to play if you're playing, couch. verses and stuff. Definitely fun enough to play. Could this game come back in today's age? Yeah and no. I don't never see them really making a Yu Hakusho game again, because now that the hype has died down, people used to love it back in the day, but a lot of people haven't even watched it in today's age. Maybe because it's kind of old and they don't really want to give it a shot. But yeah, it's actually crazy. A lot of people just haven't watched it at all, and you know, it obviously won't sell. But so I definitely would say we'll probably never see another Yu Hakusho game, especially the Dark Tournament. It would be great to see like a company, because I always talk about it in every one of my videos. It'd be great to see some kind of company somewhere start remastering old games. That would be amazing. But with that being said, the plot is good. The gameplay is sort of shaky, but instantly fun. You know, if you're playing with friends. Back then, I had like the goggles on, so you know, going back and playing it back then, I was like, this is the best game that anybody's ever made. And now go back and look at it, I was like, okay, yeah, they did have its share of problems. So that being said, how did you feel about Yu Hakusho the Dark Tournament? Did you like it? Did you enjoy it? Did you like playing with your friends back then and playing, you know, versus just inviting somebody over and destroying them in Yu Hakusho? Let me know that in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next video.